Gotcha.
I had more responsibility there.
Okay. So I guess talk a bit about like the role of like a lead designer. Like what exactly do you do like on a day-to-day basis?
Um, it depends on where you work. So at Carvana, it was just stand ups,
Gotcha.
and then making sure that my direct report had what she needed, and connected her to whatever product manager or whatever person that she needs to talk to get whatever
Okay.
thing she needs to get done. At RoadSync, it was more so me getting into the weeds of helping the product manager set up that roadmap
Okay.
or fleshing out requirements for our board meeting,
Okay.
where we walk through what we think the user or what we think the priority should be for this particular quarter.
Gotcha.
Um, Stand ups Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, walking through requirements and any Atlassian tool. I mean, kind of like your standard stuff.
Gotcha.
That was really it. Just
Okay.
a lot of talking.
So yeah, but I say you basically the face of like the design.
Me
Yeah.
and whatever product manager I work with. Yeah, we're typically
Gotcha.
the ones.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Hey, what up, fam? This is Sahr Lebbie, host of Africans in Tech, where we're building bridges and shaping futures in tech. On our episode today, got my guy Cedric. What up, bro?
What's going on?
Chilling, man. I found Ced on Afrotech. I think he was speaking. Were you on a panel or were you?
I did a single presentation on design strategy.
Okay. And then I pinged him and fortunately he was like, I'm willing to do the pod. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for being willing to do the pod, bro.
Of course. I was
Cool.
excited. I appreciate you inviting me on here.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah.
So what I usually do is just ask people to introduce themselves. Nothing technical, bro. Just,
Okay.
who you are and then we'll go from there.
Okay. My name is Ced. I have been in Atlanta for about 12 years. I'm in the user experience, product management, engineering-ish space.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly UX since 2014. Started out at startups, did different things like e-commerce, SaaS products, all that stuff, and then moved over to healthcare.
Okay.
Moved over to a company called ParkMobile, which if you guys have used it, that was me and an old coworker. Great times. Jumped over to, where did I go after that? Carvana, and then back to some startups here in Atlanta. And
Okay.
now I am trying to build my own business.
Oh man, you took away all my content, bro. I was literally.
Oh shoot!
Oh you
shoot!
Good?
I'm so
nah,
sorry.
I'm joking. You good, man. We'll rewind it. When did you get started in tech, bro?
It was so. When did I officially get started? I think I officially got started 2013.
Okay.
With
Okay.
an internship, and
Okay.
then my official postgraduate internship that turned into a job was the week after graduation, June 2014.
This is undergrad?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go to school?
I went to SCAD Atlanta, Savannah
SCAD.
College of Art and Design.
Ah, okay. Cool. How'd you like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
It was really difficult, but I think they did a wonderful job of talking to you about the intricacies of graphic design specifically. So
Okay.
I studied graphic design, but with a digital focus.
Gotcha.
So thinking about the customer at all points, you cannot just make something pretty.
Yeah.
Actually think through why you're doing certain things. So they did a good job of that.
Awesome. And so you always knew that you want to do like graphic design initially?
No. So I'll give you the rundown of all the careers I've had.
Okay.
So graphic designer-ish in high school because I need to figure out how to make some money.
Gotcha.
Photographer because again I need to figure out how to make some money.
Yeah.
But I also at the time I enjoyed talking to different people and learning about different people because I was the only child.
Gotcha.
So that was my opportunity to be like, oh cool, like what do you do? Oh, you didn't grow up only child? What was your childhood like?
Yeah.
Outside of that, then I went to barber school.
Okay.
Because I used to cut hair and do locks.
Okay.
And then got into fine art as a painter.
Okay.
Then I studied advertising for like a second, and then I landed on graphic design.
Hold on. So when was this? When did you do all this?
So I have 2 bachelors.
Okay. Okay.
So my first bachelor's is a Bachelor of Art.
Okay.
And then my second is Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Grambling State University first, which is at HBCU.
Gotcha.
And then I switched over to PWI, I guess, at Savannah College of Art and Design.
Gotcha.
And that's really what put me on my path of like the skills I need to get into tech.
Gotcha.
Gremlin taught me my soft skills of communicating, understanding, and discerning people's energy.
Yep.
But SCAD is where I got the hard skills.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think people may ask then why, because you went to HBC and then you went to Savannah State. Yeah. Why?
Me and my mom made an agreement.
Okay.
She said if I went to Gremlin first, because I went to Gremlin almost kind of like 80% or 85% paid.
Gotcha.
Because she worked there.
Gotcha.
So I had scholarships. I had the employee child discount, things like that.
Gotcha.
But we made an agreement. Once I do that, I can go wherever I wanted to go. Because initially I wanted to go to FAMU.
Okay.
I could not go to FAMU because she worked in financial aid.
Gotcha.
So she scared me with out of state student loans.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be in debt and I'm never gonna be able to pay this back.
Yeah.
So I went to Grambling, but that's what put me on the course to come here because one of my professors went here, went to SCAD, and he was like, "You should go."
Gotcha.
I applied, got in, and
okay. SCAD is in state, so did you get like
SCAD is SCAD at the time was out of state for me because I'm from Louisiana.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I did ultimately have to do an out of state loan.
Okay.
But it worked out.
Gotcha.
It worked out.
Cool,
she was cool. I was cool.
Okay. Yeah. Nice, man. So at SCAD, what did you learn that, made you feel like, you were ready for the world? Because you did your first internship there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What made me feel ready for the world? Personally or just like career-wise?
Career-wise.
Yeah. It was the portfolio that we worked on. It was the collaboration techniques that they taught us. So learning about how to design things for packages, physical packages.
Gotcha.
And then learning how to design custom websites in like WordPress at the time.
Gotcha.
Like they taught us how to build these things.
Yep.
And I don't know, I felt like, okay, I'm learning this from people who are actually working in the field while they're teaching us. So we had a lot of adjunct professors that were running agencies or doing whatever.
Yeah.
And they helped us like get the actual real world skills.
Gotcha.
So that we weren't just jumping out, graduating and not actually knowing what we were doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what really helped me.
That's good.
All of us.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think the practical, that's like been a theme throughout this podcast is like being really practical and doing the actual work in itself.
Yeah.
Regardless of like what company or what sector that you're in. So that's really dope, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you did the internship. How long was the internship for?
It was from June to the end of August.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So a couple months. And then what happened after that?
After that, stuck around there for a little bit, and then I got a job at a agency called Bluetooth. They focused on funny story. They focused on kind of like copy and paste of like different websites for like museums, nonprofits, stuff like that. But we didn't really gel that well.
Okay.
So,
Bluetooth.
Okay.
Bluetooth. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Because keep in mind, I just graduated.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't taught to just take a template and just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
I was taught to research and understand what people need and then build on top of that. They wanted me to just take the template that they made, put in some text, copy it, and just put it back out there.
Gotcha.
I knew that wasn't going to really affect the business. Like
it
wasn't going to bring people in.
Right.
But that's what they did. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And especially, I mean, you were focused on like learning and being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that copy and paste is not.
Well, I mean, I will say that's a normal struggle for most designers.
Yeah.
We typically see where the product and the business should go.
Yeah.
But we have to wait for the other steps to come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, so then after Bluetooth, what would you do after that?
I landed a job at a company called Data Finch Technologies, that's where the healthcare piece came in.
Gotcha.
So we built a full enterprise solution for people that worked in the BCBA industry.
Okay.
So that's behavioral therapists, analysts, therapists, things like that, where you put in a service code for whatever appointment you go to for that child or adult that may be suffering from autism or Asperger's or whatever disorder that may be on the realm.
Spectrum. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, on the spectrum. There we go.
Yeah.
And we got that software up and going, and it was pretty fun. It was really intense. That was the first time I had a full product from beginning to end by myself.
Gotcha.
So I got into the weeds of the technical architecture, got into the weeds of conversations with different agencies that need to use the tool,
Nice.
going on site with people who are going out to those sessions and all that stuff. So that was my first time really getting immersed into like a user shadowing session.
Gotcha.
All that. Yeah.
Okay. Nice, man. And how long were you doing that for?
I was there for a year, and after that, that's when I landed at ParkMobile, and I was there for 3.5 years.
Okay. ParkMobile is huge though.
At the time, it wasn't. At the time, I made it there, which was July 2017.
Okay.
It was almost out of business.
Ooh. Okay.
But thankfully, the guy that I reported to, he was the head of product at the time.
Gotcha.
He did a wonderful job of getting us out of that.
Yeah.
So he did a great job. Our chief marketing officer, which I think he ultimately ended up getting promoted to CEO.
Okay.
But the two of them did a wonderful job of pulling us out of that deficit.
Yeah.
By focusing on the strategic partnerships. And then those partnerships came from us doing white labels. So making sure we have a clear structure, and then that structure can just get copied and pasted.
That's awesome.
For every different city or state.
That's awesome, man. Do you keep in touch with those guys?
Yeah, so for me, that was the best place I ever worked.
Good.
It was the first really big team, but well, it wasn't really big, but it was the first time I had been in a company where the culture was great. I wasn't the only Black person, or one of two Black people. It was very diverse. It was very inviting. We did a great like month-to-month challenges. It was just, the culture there was great.
That's good, man. Were any of these roles remote?
ParkMobile was hybrid. Okay. So before the pandemic, we could maybe like work from home maybe like 2 or 3 times a week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't really need to.
Yeah.
We just did it because Atlanta traffic was awful.
Oh yeah,
15 minutes away, but it took me 45 minutes to get home.
Yeah,
so, that was it. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. The reason I ask is like in such a creative space, like me as a general engineer, where I'm, you're the same, right? You're an individual contributor, but our work is not really in tune with like. It's not really as focused like working with others. It's just like you got a code, build it. You got some security measures, build it. But
I think so. For me, it's a little different for UX designers who who have a little bit more experience.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because we aren't just designing it; we're also having conversations with customer support.
Yeah.
We are helping customer support plan out, let's say, like a red route, which a red route is ranking things by severity.
Gotcha.
So the customer support team will always say, hey, I need this to work right here and move really fast so that I can close this deal and we can get money into the business account.
Gotcha.
Cool. Everybody wants to do that.
Yeah.
But what's the real priority? Is the real priority that you need this calendar function to schedule things faster so that you don't have to go in your email and pull this out and do whatever with 3 other products.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So building those things, thinking through operational processes, all that stuff, doing a lot of the documentation. So we talk to a lot of people, very similar to product managers, but product managers tend to have a little bit more sway.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the reason I ask, going back to is that in a field where you have to interact with so many people, is it better on-site or is it better remote? Or is it just, like you said, experience?
I think it depends on the project. So if you're working on a project that has no bones, no framework, and you really need to get out of that ambiguity, I think in-person meetup, at least for like 3 or 4 days helps.
Gotcha.
And then after that, the documentation from that, you all can work remotely. But I do think getting together for, let's say, like a week design sprint or something like that helps.
Nice. Yeah. Got a lot of startup founders that watch and they ask questions around it. So, it's good to kind of understand, especially when you're building something that that user experience, like what does that look like from a team perspective?
I mean, that was then. Yeah. Now it's a little different, but then, absolutely.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Okay. So you kept in touch with those guys at ParkMobile for, you said 3 years? Okay. What happened after ParkMobile?
After that, I got offered an apprenticeship at Carvana.
Okay.
The agreement was that I would learn about the enterprise team that focus on intake and dealerships.
Okay.
So that they would process their vehicles, make sure their inventory was ready to get sold.
Okay.
Once that vehicle is sold, then we just work on the process of switching it and getting it delivered to the user.
Gotcha.
Or the customer. Got there enjoyed it, but it's weird. I tell designers and people this all the time. I deeply feel that people should start at small companies first,
Gotcha.
all the time. And I
Yep.
say that just because you have more responsibility, you have more hats,
Yep.
you
Yep.
get to kind of learn things faster.
Yep.
And me jumping from a small company to a larger company where I had a less, I had less, if I'm being honest, I had less work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was used to just having so much to do.
Yep. Yep.
But, and I went there and I'm like, this is it. Like,
Right.
you just want me to change. I'm just changing a button.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can adjust the page so that
Yeah.
the hub of all the information is cool.
Gotcha.
And everything, we know that everything is getting shared across different products. Sorry.
No, you're good.
But it was just boring.
Gotcha.
It was so boring. It was so boring. But yeah, that's what I wrote in.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, I think same with me. Like I liked working at a small company.
Yeah.
Because I learned so much more.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you
learn more, you influence more,
Yep.
all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the other challenge is from a specialty standpoint, that makes it a little bit difficult as well. But I think you can specialize later down the line too. So
Yeah.
you know, depends on how you want to, you know, skin the game.
Yeah. I've learned just from the different areas. I think I prefer to live in like the fintech space, but enterprise things or just enterprise software just as a whole, I prefer that because it's weirdly enough, I like the technical thinking behind how to get everything talking, make sure we're sharing this right or we're doing this right or what are the roles for this person?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All that. Yeah. Yeah.
Dope, man. So you said you're doing an apprenticeship, right? At Carvana?
Yeah, it was apprentice. They brought me on to be an apprentice to turn into the associate director of that particular team.
Okay.
Just didn't work out like that. I just didn't really want
Gotcha.
that because I was bored.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your role at ParkMobile?
Senior designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is generally when your apprenticeship is like a step down from senior. Was that the case, or is this like?
No, it was so the official position was lead designer.
Gotcha.
But the associate director that hired me, he said he hired me specifically for me to take over for him. So I was his apprentice for that particular position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. The only reason I ask is sometimes people do take step down to, you know, move into a different space, but yours is different. So that's cool. That's cool.
At that time, I was just like, how can I just jump? Every job I left, I was making more money.
Nice.
So I didn't want to take it for a lesser.
Yeah. No, that's smart. That's smart. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. So how long were you at the Carvana?
I was at Carvana from May to December.
Okay.
And then I went back to a small company. Called RoadSync out here in Atlanta, and I was there for a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I just couldn't. I just needed the startup life, which is a little toxic if you think about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay. RoadSync. What do they do?
Supply chain. So they provide expense reporting for drivers. They provide checkout features for carrier freight brokers, things like that.
Gotcha.
I don't know if they officially release the document management work, but they allow all that for the supply chain industry.
Gotcha. And did you like it? And
I did. I did. I liked that place, particularly because of the product. I think the supply chain industry is really interesting, especially from a finance perspective.
Okay.
Managing different expenses, and then really kind of tracking like the flow of money in that particular space is interesting because it changes hands so much.
Gotcha.
The package changes from the person delivering it, the person putting it in the freight, the warehouse holding it, all of that. So
gotcha.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Cool, man. And then your role there was what?
Lead designer, lead.
Okay.
Experience designer. Yeah.
Okay, so senior lead, pretty much. Just kind of, okay.
The difference there was at Carvana, I was managing one person.
Okay.
At RoadSync, I was managing like 3 or 4 people.
Gotcha.
But they were just like remote.
Okay.
But it was a little different just because of the more responsibility.
Gotcha.
I had more responsibility there.
Okay. So I guess talk a bit about like the role of like a lead designer. Like what exactly do you do like on a day-to-day basis?
It depends on where you work. So at Carvana, it was just, stand-ups.
Gotcha.
And then making sure that my direct report had what she needed, and connected her to whatever product manager or whatever person that she needs to talk to get whatever thing she needs to get done. At RoadSync, it was more so me getting into the weeds of helping the product manager set up that roadmap
Okay.
or fleshing out requirements for our board meeting,
Okay.
where we walk through what we think the user or what we think the priority should be for this particular quarter.
Gotcha.
Um, Stand-ups Monday, Wednesday, Friday, walking through requirements and any Atlassian tool. I mean, kind of like your standard stuff.
Gotcha.
That was really it. Just
Okay.
a lot of talking.
So yeah, but I say you basically the face of like the design.
Me
Yeah.
and whatever product manager I work with, yeah, we're typically
Gotcha.
the ones.
Okay, cool. Because I've had a lot of UX folks on the pod as well, but they've been more so junior or like mid level. And a lot of times they, to get to the next level, like what does that look like? What are the skill sets you need to be able to interface?
Just more. I mean, there are more meetings, getting more concise.
Okay.
Which you wouldn't tell from this conversation. But yeah, getting a little bit more concise and getting better at storytelling.
Gotcha.
That's been for me, that's one of the harder parts. Telling a compelling story to get people invested in the solution I have.
I was gonna ask, how did you get better with that? Like
Udemy.
Keep it real. Yeah.
Like I had to download a Udemy course from a guy named Joe Natoli.
Okay.
He's a wonderful UX designer in my opinion. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't consider him a UX designer. I would consider him like a service designer.
Okay.
And personally, I think service design is a better way to describe us, but
gotcha.
We got the name UX.
Yeah.
Yeah, Udemy, YouTube, looking at how people that I worked with were able to influence.
Yeah.
So, for example, my most recent job, our head of product, I mean, she did a wonderful job of communicating how she wanted the vision to go. Very clear, very direct. But outside of that, the documentation piece of it, the detail of providing everything. And one thing I got from her and also from the Udemy courses, never kind of ask or assume. Well, yes, assume, but never ask. Just do it. And like, for example, if I was working for you, I would do whatever you asked me to do, plus a little bit more, and then ask and wait for your reaction.
Yeah.
Because if your reaction will be authentic, truthful, and then that'll give me a sense of where I need to go.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Versus waiting to see what you say.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess talk a bit about like, because you mentioned it initially with Blue, what was it again? Bluetooth. Like working with like people that have good vision and then people that just have terrible visions.
Yeah.
And then kind of like trying to balance that. Yeah.
That's a good question. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like designers, we are intimately familiar with the customer needs, but we also clearly know the business needs. But we're not bound by both of them all the way because we can actually build what we think where it should go and try to tell a story to get to that.
Yeah.
And that was something that I did in my most recent job where I would say, hey, what's the North Star? We got our North Star. What are our goals to get to that North Star? We got that.
Yeah. Now
let's build a 2-year vision with like milestones of how we can visually get to those points.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be frowned upon because it can be from a designer perspective, that can be frowned upon because it could feel like you as a designer are trying to take away the power from the product manager.
Gotcha.
So I think the best way to navigate that, or how I've learned to navigate that, is kind of doing it very collaboratively with the product manager.
Yep.
So that they see, hey, I'm doing this. Not asking, should I do this or can I do this?
Yeah.
I did this. This is why I think this should work because of this research, and then see what they say.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
I don't know if I answered your question.
You did. No,
okay.
you did.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
no, you did.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a question to piggyback off of that. And I think more so like your workflow style. Do you like the waterfall approach or?
I mean, again, like it depends on where you are.
Okay.
I think I will say now, with just the shift in everything.
Yeah.
I think designers and product managers and engineers that have designer and product manager mentalities, I think we could kind of conquer the world, honestly, because own workflow has shifted because, let's say in December when I kind of set up Jello World, um, it my brain was still thinking, let me jump in Figma, let me do this roadmap and the North Stars and make sure I have a clear vision for everything moving forward. Let me design the dashboard. Let me design the app, like the MVP for all of that.
Yeah.
But now I'm just sticking to my roadmap. I check my roadmap every day. I check my to-do list every day.
Nice.
I update my Google Sheets of like the people I want to reach out to every day. And then after that, I just kind of jump over to N8N.
Okay.
And just try to like fix the actual tool and then get something out there, because it's at this point, this really,
yeah.
If you can't get anything out there, it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know, so
yeah,
that's typically my workflow.
Gotcha. So you kind of already brought it up. So what's Jello World?
Oh, Jello World is my business. Was not trying to do that.
No. Actually, I was going to ask you, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Jello World is my business. In short, we are trying to be the gold standard of truth online.
Okay.
So we are providing a confidence score for information, starting with social media, because we know social media is basically where everybody gets their news from. So imagine you are looking at a post about Trump, or you're looking at a post from Fox News or something like that.
Yeah.
You can tap the verification icon and then it'll run through our tool, analyze that, check different sources from Gemini, OpenAI, Deep Seek, all of that, and then give you a score on how likely this is true or not.
Nice, man. Yeah. Are you guys live right now?
We'll be live in July.
Awesome, man. Yeah. What's your team?
Just me and another engineer.
Okay.
It's me, and then we have an engineer working in, I think he's in India.
Okay.
And then I have a data science guy that I work with. I met him in Afrotech last year.
Nice.
Really cool guy.
Okay.
I think he was junior, but I think he got promoted.
Okay.
To a manager now or something. I can't remember.
Dope.
But great guy.
Shout out Afrotech, man. Yeah, making connections. We're actually talking about that. Afrotech. What was your experience like there, bro?
I loved it.
Okay.
I think, which I was telling you, there was some like messiness going on online around how Afrotech was basically just like a big homecoming, which it is a little bit of like homecoming and fun, but I think people were misconstruing what Morgan and the rest of her team put together. They put together an event filled with so much opportunity. I mean, the barrier to talk to people was so low. And there was no reason for people to feel like you can't connect with this person or apply to this job or go to this networking event. A lot of people were kind of focused on having fun and drinking and doing all that. But you should be focused on, what am I here to do? I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to learn about AI. I'm trying to meet new people who can join the company with you. Like what happened to me. Yeah. So it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, nice, man. Did you do a YouTube video on like your experience?
No.
I don't know why I thought I saw it.
Maybe I should have.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Might have been different. Yeah. Because somebody else did a video, then they literally said exactly what you said. It's based on like what you want to get out of it and how much you apply yourself. Just like any conference or any sort of event you go to. Like you stay focused on what you want.
It was everything was there. There was I mean, and think about it. I think it was like 20,000 people there. Yeah. It felt like it was like 50,000 people. Right. But it was like 20,000 people there, and they had rooms for everything. AI, cybersecurity, data science, UX, like even people that weren't even in tech were there. For me, I haven't been a conference in a while. I went to Splunk conference. Splunk. I went to Splunk 2017, 2018. And every time I went, I actually got to meet the CEO at the time, Doug. Got to meet like a few others, and I was really intentional about where I'm going. There's a lasting relationship that I've had with a guy named Michael Bentley for a long time. Shout out to you, Mike. And he's helped me do a lot of other work around the space, in Atlanta and then also other areas. But I was really focused on like getting some sort of like value out of it. And I think anytime you go to a conference, that's really important. Like you really got to focus on what you want, and then look at the individuals that are going to be there and how you're going to be able to network. Right. You know? I mean, how often are you going to be in a room with that many tech people? They look like you.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then at the levels where you want to get to,
I
no,
mean, like, come on
yeah,
now,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah,
It was some I walked past somebody, I forgot who it was, but I was like, oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
Because oh, there was he's a digital nomad.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but he's a digital nomad. He's been in tech for a while. The life he lives
Yeah,
seems amazing.
yeah, yeah,
And I walked past him, I was like, oh, I follow him.
yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, that's good, man. So let's go back to Jello World a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So your content is mostly focused on like what's the word? Validation and validity, like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
how difficult is that? Like to peruse like what's real and what's not.
So we have a confidence score algorithm.
Okay.
So let's say you are a contributor.
Hmm.
When you sign up, everybody becomes a Jello starter. That's what we call our users.
Gotcha.
If you contribute information to our system,
Okay.
that's called a combat. You're combating something in our system. So let's say you saw a post that you didn't agree with, or you saw a post that had information, but it didn't have all the facts.
Gotcha.
You want to provide more documentation. So you want to provide links, you want to provide physical documents, you want to provide images, things like that for that particular topic.
Yep.
You're combating that. You've successfully combated that. We run that through our verification system based off of the different sources.
Gotcha.
Source all that together, and then we give you a score. But you, as a contributor, you have your own confidence score.
Okay.
So we know whether or not you have a pattern of providing factual information or information that is often disproven.
Gotcha.
Then we have a reputation score. So what's the reputation of that particular media outlet?
Okay.
So let's say CNN, or let's say for me, my top source is always AP, New York Times, Washington Post. Those are like my tiers.
Gotcha. Okay.
They are always like, they have a pretty good reliability. They have a good reputation.
Yep.
The people who don't have a good reputation would be like Fox News, or like a random like blogger just trying to get some clicks, stuff like that. That would have a low reputation score.
Okay.
And then you go into other factors that come together to have the confidence score for the information. So we look at a whole lot of different things to come to that one score. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. So you mentioned a lot of like news outlets that are based in the US. Is most of your content just centered around?
So we're starting in the US right now.
Okay.
I actually would prefer to not start in the US.
Okay.
Honestly, I think we have a lot of corruption here for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the opportunity for corruption in Africa, for example, all areas of Africa, not just one particular country, the whole continent.
Right.
Like, I think there's so many areas where there's corruption.
Yeah.
And if this just even was in one spot, and helped that group of people to actually get the information they need to make a well-informed decision, it would help so much. And then just have that grow.
Yeah.
So
dude, like, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, because we've, as bad as we think things are in the US and many countries and in Africa, it's rampant. And the thing is, they take advantage of people's lack of education and lack of like access, things like that. So imagine if you have something that's literally for good, that's actually spent on information that you can rely on.
Exactly. And there won't be, and I think right now what we're seeing, we're just seeing the uptick and rise of just bots.
Right. Yeah.
But there's nothing that just says this is just for humans.
Right.
You have to confirm you are a person.
Yeah.
To do anything. Here. So
Okay. So on your app, so that's one thing. I guess you have ways to protect against like bots.
So if you're combating something, you can run a link anytime. But if you're combating information, which you're providing data, you're confirming data, you have to turn your head to the left or to the right to confirm you're actual person.
Nice.
Because like I said, it's just
agents everywhere.
Yeah. So
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. In terms of like the first year or 2 years, like what are you looking for like with the app?
Adoption, talking to different people. I'm trying to get into my conversationalist zone.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I actually like to talk.
Yeah.
But I think there's a weird area you have to live in as an entrepreneur where you have to talk differently.
Yeah.
Because I can like you. I think people can feel my passion when I talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But switching that to feeling passion that also fuels conversation to lead somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to work on and get better at.
Nice.
but within the next year or two, we just want to get it out there. We have 120 people signed up to be beta testers.
Nice.
Just get it out there, get in front of people, get people to play around with it. How many people actually get to the max usage?
Yeah.
And try to pay, go past the paywall. So the paywall is 75% per combat.
Okay.
So just trying to see how many people want to actually use it, and then ramp up and get it going from there.
Nice. I'm assuming you're self-funding this.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool.
The struggle.
It's real. Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay. Dope. Are you looking at like for pre-seed funding or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Or? Okay.
Ideally, I would want just a kickstart, just for now,
Okay.
and then after the kickstart, of course, pay whoever back, do whatever's needed to pay them back. But ideally, we would just want this to be funded by the people, so that we're not owned by any large corporation. Because this is a people first product.
Okay. So. The partnership with your other engineer, is it like a 50-50 or 70? What's that right now?
So that the partner with the
guy that's working here, the data scientist. Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. So I'll be honest with you, I don't really know.
Okay.
Because we haven't. So right now it is fully 100 for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's good. I mean, if people are looking at investing, that's really good.
Yes, but I think the thing with that is, we need to. I'm deeply invested. I want someone who's also equally deeply invested.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay. Dope. Yeah, I have a few folks who've done startups as well. That one guy is, I think, Series B right now. So I'll try to connect you if you're interested in.
Oh yeah,
bridging with that. So if you're watching, guys, please, Mike, Mo, please connect.
Connect.
Yeah. Dope, man. Cool. So what's next for you, bro?
What's next? Get it out there.
Okay.
I plan to, like I said, I'm really like stepping up like my socialness.
Yeah.
So once we release it in July, go to a lot of different events. I don't care what event, anything, getting it out there.
Yeah.
Doing campaigns, growing my list, sitting down with people to really just say, hey, this is what we have. What can make it better, or how do you feel about this? Do you feel a clear feeling of trust? I guess. When you're looking at the information from us.
Gotcha. Cool. Do you know Sean? Sean, I forget what Sean's last name is. Calls himself Sean, a speaker on Instagram. Okay. So. He literally all he does is focus on startups. He's based in Lawrence. I think he's in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll connect you to you.
Okay.
That's literally his focus.
Nice.
He served as VP from different startups before.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't heard of him.
I think you guys would be,
okay.
Good.
Cool.
Your energy's sync.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Okay, so if people wanted to get in touch with you, like whether about the app itself or whether just like to get to find out more about you, how can they get in touch with you?
Message on Instagram, Get Jello World, TikTok, all the socials are Get Jello World or Jello World. Okay. Go to the website, contact, just shoot me an email. Yeah, that's funny.
Awesome, man. Oh, I forgot to ask this. Continent-wise, you went to South Africa.
Yes.
How was your experience there?
I loved it.
Okay.
I wish I could have went other areas. I really wanted to go to Tanzania.
Okay.
I really wanted to go to my friend invited me to Joburg. My friend invited me, which I know that's still in South Africa, but I wanted to go to Joburg. I really wanted to go to Ghana.
Okay.
Because people keep talking about what's the rice?
Jollof.
Yeah, but like there's what's the war? Like there's a jollof rice.
Jollof
and
rice,
somebody else has another rice that like.
I think it's all jollof because I mean there's the Nigerian, there's the Sierra Leone, there's Senegalese, Liberian, there's of course the Ghanaian. But and then who is it? There's another.
There's like
country.
somebody. They're like Ghana jollof rice is better than somebody else jollof rice. I just can't remember. But there's like there's this battle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I want to try all the rices.
Yeah.
So I want to go there and try the rice.
That actually brings up a good point. So that's one feature that we're trying to do now. We're trying to partner with a couple of restaurants in the area that focus on the different dishes.
Nice.
And we'll do a blind test.
Because
taste test.
When I tell you, that's like. Oh, like, so let me see it. like an African American Southern thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like peach cobbler.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Peach cobbler from like somebody in Mississippi or Louisiana is different
Yeah, yeah.
than peach cobbler from somebody in like Alabama or Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dope. Yeah. So if you own a restaurant or if you're an individual cook and you're interested in participating in this July 4th or even peach cobbler war, let us know.
That would bring out a nice crowd.
Yeah.
That would bring out a nice crowd.
Dope, man. Well, for those who are interested and get in touch with Ced, like he's already mentioned his handles, we'll have that on this episode. And there's, different questions that you may have as well. You can also hit us up at africansintechnology@gmail.com. Again, it's africansintechnology@gmail.com. We'll also be doing a whiteboard session in a little bit. So that'll be on a separate episode. So definitely stay tuned for that. Ced, want to thank you, bro, for being willing to do the pod, man.
Appreciate you.
Cool, man. So stay tuned for the whiteboard session that's going to be coming up. My name is Sahr Lebbie. This is Africans in Tech, where we're building bridges and shaping futures in tech. All right, fam.